Oh wow, you're really
Singing.
good
All right, you guys, welcome to Sweat and Soul Live. We're gonna go ahead and get a little go ahead and get started. We're over here clearly giddy AF. How's everybody feeling? Welcome to the call. Welcome to the tribe. We have people calling in from all over the country. We've got girls that are in our 90-day transformation series, our 21-day challenges. We've got girls that are on their 3-day trials. We've got brand new guests on the line tonight. Someone invited Yo Beautiful Self onto this call. You're here for a reason. We're so excited. So my name is Heather. This is Mel. We're going to be your host for tonight. We're going to talk all things sweat, all things soul, all things queens and tribe. And hopefully by the time it's my turn to talk, I'll figure out how to talk. How about that? So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to my beautiful co-host, Mel, to pick it up.
Happy Monday! Clap it up for yourself. You made it on. Sirius is trying to talk to us right now. So clap it up for yourself. We made it. This is the second week into June. I can't even believe this is our second week into our 21-day detox that we're in right now. The start of our month 2 of our 90-day transformation. Absolutely amazing. So Heather and I are really dark. We were not camping in the Sahara. We actually got spray tans, in case anyone's like, why are her teeth so white? It's just because I've got kind of chemicals on my face. And I'm going to talk about detoxing. It's really great. Okay, so.
It's organic. It's really good for you.
It's fine. So anyways, I feel like there was, a time in my own fitness journey where I got started and I started seeing results, but I didn't really know why. I was just following a simple plan and I never really started questioning things until later down the road. And I'm like, I wonder how I actually got rid of my bloating, or how I actually have gotten a flatter stomach than before, or how I'm able to start seeing my muscle definition. Type a 1 in the chat box if you've ever been curious on how to have a flat tummy.
What?
Let's see the 1s in the chat box if you're curious on how to get a flat tummy.
Give me that tummy.
All the 1s, right? Awesome. So here's what I got for tonight. I kind of brainstormed on 10 tips that I feel have helped me tremendously in toning up my whole body, but specifically targeting my stomach and how I feel in my stomach area. You guys know what I'm talking about. You wake up one morning, You're like, oh, it's a good freaking morning. And then you wake up one of those mornings and you're like, why do I feel like a pregnant whale? Yeah, I feel like we all have those days, but I think there's these 10 things that we can check in with to always kind of get us back on track. So you ready to go through them?
Yeah.
I know that the girls that are super excited about them are actually going to probably type them in the chat box too, so that way we can have a list going, right? Okay, so number 1. My number 1 thing, I know, I'm going to say it, you guys are going to be like, come on, really? Hydration. There it is. Show me your jugs, ladies. Show me your jugs. I know, right? If you're drinking water daily, you've got one right next to your computer screen. Hydro flasks, half-gallon jugs. So here's the thing about water. And it's funny because you would think like the more water that you drink, like the fuller that you would get, or maybe the more bloated that you would be. And it's actually the opposite. So our goal for drinking water is actually half of our body weight in ounces per day. So for example, somebody in the world weighs 100 pounds. That person's goal would be 50 ounces of water a day, right? Half of their body weight in ounces. However, it's freaking hot out and most of us are all working out, right? So immediately there's an increase of water we should be having in our day-to-day. Hydration not only is going to help with our skins, with our organs to cleanse everything, but it helps flush everything out of us. So a lot of times we're putting in all the good stuff, but we're not helping it flush out of our system. You guys feel me on that?
Yeah.
So hydration, water for sure, the main thing. I feel like every time I'm like, man, how do I kickstart my results? It's always get back to drinking a gallon of water a day. So drop a 2 in the chat box if you're committing to a gallon of water a day tomorrow. And you're going to tag it on your Instagram story, #gallon challenge, and you're going to tag @Sweat and Soul Tribe. Let us know that you show me your jugs, right? You drank your water.
Show me your jugs, both of them.
Show me your jugs. I love it. Awesome. Cool. So the second tip that I have for this flat tumminess is about gut health. So a lot of times people have always talked about, like you're only as healthy as your gut, or as good as your absorption that your body is actually having. And when we talk about detoxing, it actually comes from those organs in the gut, right? So our liver, our kidneys, all our pancreas, all of those things are detoxing and flushing out toxins for us. We can help our gut health by incorporating two things into our diet, a prebiotic and a probiotic. So this probiotic is my fave. Drum roll, please. Okay, so this probiotic is my absolute favorite one. Why? It's because it actually doesn't have to be refrigerated. Most probiotics, if you go to like Whole Foods or something like that, they're always in the refrigerated section. And personally for me, like I'm always on the go. I just need something I can kind of throw in my bag. And so having this probiotic has saved everything. Girls on the line that have used this, will you guys please type in the chat box the result that you have felt from using this probiotic? Because specifically for me, even when I'm on my period, even when I'm PMSing, my bloat is significantly less. And I truly believe that it's because I've been really giving my gut the health part. So the probiotic helps with the good and bad bacteria inside. So that way our body's getting both that it needs. The best thing about this probiotic too is that it's flavorless, it's powder, you can throw it in anything. You could snort it if you wanted to. I'm not saying you should, but you can if you wanted to. I love adding it into my tea. So yes.
It's really great for kids too because it's flavorless and they sometimes don't even know that you're giving it to them. Mom life.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So that's how my mom always got me to take
our 11-year-old girl is a drama queen, but she also gets constipated all the time. So slip it in there for her.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Nobody likes to be constipated. Slip them some probiotics. Be a friend. Be a friend. Okay, number 3. And I know somebody's gonna do an eye roll, but Heather's gonna talk about this one too, and it's about sleep. Okay, let's be real.
Cue the mom eye roll.
I know, right? All the moms are like, okay, Mel, you have no kids yet. You're right, I don't. I get 8 hours of sleep and it's fabulous.
Hate.
No, but seriously, we think that it's what we do in the gym matters for our body, and it does to an extent, but really is the recovery is where things happen. And I found this was really cool in this article that I was reading earlier about sleep, and it talked about serotonin is actually produced inside of our gut. So if our gut is not healthy, it can actually affect the production of serotonin, which therefore can lead to some type of sleep issues. So again, get you your probiotic, get your gut healthy, get you some good serotonin, and sleep a little, all right? All right, number 4. This one, especially if you are in our 21-day detox, ladies, you're going to tattoo this on your forehead. Excess sodium.
Hey.
So what do we find excess sodium in? Usually it's in processed foods.
Everywhere.
So pretty much everywhere. But usually it's in processed foods. So I know personally for myself, like my jam right now is turkey meatballs. Like if you follow me on Instagram, I'm obsessed. Most of the time though, I always want to read a package and I don't want to go over 300 milligrams of that sodium, right? Usually in a day, 2,300 milligrams is max. So if you've never tracked your sodium, this might be something that you're interested in, but having too much sodium, right, can cause excess bloating inside of our body. And so it's going to need extra water to flush everything out. So again, it's just something to be conscious of. El Pollo Loco burrito is like 2,300 milligrams.
We looked it up. We thought we were being healthy-ish, and it was literally 2,300 milligrams of sodium.
Yeah, so it's just something to just be
Horrifying.
conscious of, especially if you're in this 21-day detox and our $1,000 prize pot is based on your before and after photo. Girlfriend, let's talk about the sodium, right? So just something to just really be alert about. So number 5, we're halfway through my 10 tips right now. Sweating. So sweating, obviously, is going to help detox. It's going to help us eliminate all the extra toxins we have inside of our body. But here's the one thing I want to talk about with sweating, right? I feel like there's kind of 2 ways. You can definitely do the sauna way, all right? And I'm not going to lie. I really do love to just sit in the heat and just let the sweat come.
I'm not a fan.
But you really are not a fan?
No, I like get claustrophobic and hot.
No,
I'm a spinner, and you're
so
gonna
we're gonna talk about this one too, right? So there's kind of like this sit down way to help the sweat.
Go.
And then there's the way from actually increasing your heart rate, right? Doing cardio, doing HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training, doing something that increases the blood circulation inside of you that then has the sweat come as a mechanism our body uses for cooling itself down. Here is the cool thing about the sweating though, right? From doing heart rate based, training exercises and that kind of thing. Because it's helping your heart rate increase, it's helping your heart pump around the blood throughout your entire body. versus just sitting down inside of a sauna, right? So being able to pump that blood around through our body is going to increase our cardiovascular system, which, hello, is your heart, which, hello, is what functions all the other organs, right? So it's super important, not just for getting that tight tummy, not just for sweating it out, but really just for that internal health, is figuring out a way that you can increase your heart rate at least 20 minutes a day. If you're inside our 21-day detox, drop a number 1 in the chat box if you've done any of the workouts that I posted in there, because any of those workouts inside of that 21-day detox or the 90-day transformation, any of those workouts will definitely help you increase that heart rate at least 20 minutes a day, really get that blood flowing around, move things around. Again, we're trying to flush toxins out of our body, really move things around that's sitting in our stomach. And again, sweating and bringing up that heart rate is definitely something that can do it. I would be super interested if everyone would drop in the box your favorite type of way to get your heart rate increased. What type of workout do you love to do that increases your heart rate? Because there is no one size fits all with exercise, right? There's so many different options that we can do. I seriously just feel that the way that you're most excited about is what you should stick to, right? I love Zumba, I love spinning, I love kickboxing. I mean, just you name it, anything that, cardio drumming.
Did you guys know that Mel is a certified Zumba instructor?
Yeah, go figure, right? I used to teach Zumba at LA Fit.
Done. I'm done.
All right. So we got number 6. Number 6 on the tips. Stick with me. We're almost done. So this one is amazing. Oh my gosh, did Amanda make a sex comment? Hey, we could talk about that too, girlfriend. We should make that another call. That's gonna be another call. Don't even worry about it. Okay, number 6, fiber.
She has 3 kids. We all know why.
Her favorite cardio. Awesome. So fiber. Fiber is super important, not just for your overall health, but for sure for your digestive system. Does anyone want to guess how many grams a day is for females? The recommended, Dana's
more than I thought.
Signs. 25 grams of fiber.
Coach Dana.
I am going to, Alma's really going for 100. I would start with 25.
That's protein.
I would start with 25. But I would really be interested if you were to go back and maybe use an app like MyFitnessPal and go back today, track what you ate today and see where your fiber ended. Because I guarantee when you focus on that 25 grams a day, you will for sure see weight loss because it will kickstart you through a plateau. You definitely will feel less bloated. Definitely will see your stomach tighten up for sure. So again, there's products that I love to use. I love apple fiber. It's a powder form that you can just add into your shake. You can make it warm before bed. I swear, making it warm before bed, you just like wake up and you're like lost 25 pounds. Like I just promise. Just kidding. Don't record that part. No, but really, so I love apple fiber. Almonds, by the way, are a great source of fiber and a great fat and a great protein source too. So I love almonds. Chia seeds are really great too. You can add those into pretty much anything. So 25 grams a day, I promise you, if you're somewhere right now and you're looking for that kickstart in your results, just focusing on your fiber will make a world of difference. So I'm pretty sure I just fibered everyone to hell, but that's what it's about. Okay, here we go. Number 7, reducing processed foods or foods that cause inflammation. So processed foods is pretty much anything that lasts for a really long time. Like, Hot Pockets or like Chef Boyardee.
Don't say that word. Those are my
I'm just
jam.
kidding, but stuff that comes, you want to stick away from like the bagged aisles, in the grocery store, stuff that comes out of a bag, stuff that comes out of a can. Fresh is always best. And again, with processed foods, you're usually going to find things higher with any type of preservatives inside of it. You're going to find extra sodium in it. You're going to find it pumped full of extra things. And if you can stick to fresh, you will notice a difference in your results, especially it's less on your digestive system, right? Because what causes everything in our stomach to feel maybe a little bit bloated? And it's usually because that digestion is having an issue. So staying away from processed foods as much as possible. I always say fresh is best. The other 2 things to take note of is how much sugar you're intaking and alcohol. So I know that maybe, alcohol is probably not the first thing you want to think about, like getting rid of completely. But here's the thing. When we put something in our body that is recognized as a toxin, like sugar, processed foods, and alcohol, our body and our organs start to attack those things first to get them out of our system. So rather than our body going for maybe getting rid of the excess fat that we have or the excess things that have been stored up, our body starts going after the toxins first. So you're delaying your results a hell of a lot more by incorporating more processed food, sugar, and alcohol. It's just the way that it is. I know it sucks. But hey, if you're really in this 21-day detox and you're looking for that $1,000, I promise you focus on eliminating more of those 3 things, you for sure will see it. And I know Alma posted a great tip the other day. Alcohol can take up to 3 to 7 days for your body to fully process out. So that could be 3 to 7 days that our body is focused on getting rid of that rather than the other fat and the other things that it can be detoxifying at that time. So just something to think about. I mean, again, $1,000 prize pot, I'm just saying. Okay, last 3 tips. Eat slow. Did you know that digestion starts the second food hits our tongue? I had no idea. So this was something that for me, I was like, oh, I had no idea. I thought it was like the second it hits my stomach or something. And it actually, digestion starts the second it hits our mouth. And the more that we can pace ourselves while we eat and actually allow the nutrients to begin to be absorbed as soon as they enter into our mouth, the easier it is on our digestive system once it gets down there in order to process things. Also, take your time eating. You probably realize you only need half of the In-N-Out burger and not the whole double with the animal style fries. I'm just saying, slow down the bites a little bit more. Maybe count to 3 when you're
Do you not talk about this
giving
stuff
you
right now?
the side eye so hard.
I'm hungry.
Awesome. Okay, our last two. So supplements for bloating. Again, if you're in our 21-day detox, we've talked about Prolesta Duo. Hello. Fat burning shot. If you've been on my Instagram, I've been doing a scoop of Prolesta, a little bit of cinnamon. It's been amazing. And then we have our cellulose tablet. Has dandelion root in it, which is super key for getting rid of excess water and bloating. Cellulose is amazing. The last tip is going to be our perfect segue over to what Heather's going to talk about. It's about reducing stress. So I know all of us are like, okay, yeah, we got it. Stress has all the effects on everything in our life, but really a lot in where we're holding weight and where we're having excess weight that we can get rid of. So with that being said, I'm going to pass over to my amazing co-host who's going to take us on a soul journey all about the good things. So Heather, take it away.
All right, you guys. So tonight's soul journey is really about, I titled it, Stop Mind Effing Yourself. All right. So we actually did a meditation about detox last week. I'm going to do more of an informational style tonight. But I just really want us to think like everyone take a deep breath first. You know, I can't go all information. Let it go. Just being conscious, mindful of that breath. Another breath deep in, breathe it in, sitting up nice and tall, acknowledging and honoring yourself for showing up tonight for you. Let it go. And I want us all to think about, it's perfect that I said think. We start thinking at a very young age. And once we develop that practice of thinking as a baby, right? All the moms out there, imagine your kids as a baby. We never stop, ever. So our minds are flooded with a nonstop barrage of thinking and reacting and overreacting, right? So outside of a good night's sleep, cue all of the moms rolling their eyes, right? We don't get many breaks from the mind chatter. Think about your day. So even if we're not thinking, quote unquote, in our society, we're surrounded by stimuli. We're overstimulated. There's television on, there's music, there's conversations, there's constant social media. We live in such a fast age. We live in a new age. We live in a different age than our parents lived in, and our kids are growing up in a different age than we grew up in. So it's even faster to them. So think about if we were hooked on tobacco. I don't know if any of you guys know someone that's tried to quit smoking in your life. I've had family members, right, that have struggled with it their whole life. So our obsession and addiction to thinking is like being hooked on tobacco. It's like you're a chain smoker and you're constantly surrounded by secondhand smoke. You're hotboxing yourself. That's how our minds are working. So our minds get so addicted to the stimulation that when the time comes, I want you to think about when you go to bed and you finally lay your head down to sleep, frequently we'll catch ourselves still spinning, right? Unable to pull the plug on the mental chatter. Many of us are still scrolling on our phones until we pass out, right? I know I've definitely been guilty of that, right? But unlike smoking, which does stop at some point in our life, usually, even if it's just in our sleep, right? We've trained ourselves to create mind chatter all day long, nonstop. We've actually trained ourselves. So what does that mean? That we can untrain ourselves, right? And imagine if we indulged in anything else in our life nonstop, like we do in our thoughts. If we ate all day, we would become obese. If we worked out all day, we'd eventually injure our bodies, right? Even top athletes need a break. So I want us all to really just think about, how do we reset? Now we have that awareness. Like when I was writing that out, I was like, holy shit, like that's so real for so many people, myself included. Those thoughts and the going, even when you close your eyes and you try to meditate for like a minute, going, the monkey mind. So I have a 7-day mental reset. I'm going to go through 7 steps. I didn't know Mel was going to do 10 steps. I probably would have done something different, but we're just going to go for it, right? When it comes to our bodies, we know that a healthy diet, regular exercise, the occasional detox or cleanse, which we're in the middle of right now, is super beneficial. But what about our minds? Just as our bodies retain toxins and waste, our minds hold on to toxic outlooks and attitudes. They become a habit. A poisonous mentality can sour pretty much any and every life event, any moment. So let's go ahead and take on these exercises. It's actually day 1 through 7, right? So we can even start it tomorrow and then talk about it next Monday.
I love this.
Yeah, it's fun. Yay. I'll even send this somewhere. I don't know, but let's take notes. All right. We got to go through these kind of quick. So number 1, literally stop and smell the roses, right? Be mindful of your surroundings and how they make you feel. Write the feel part in capitals. As you go about your day, stop once in the morning, once at lunch, or in the afternoon, and then once before you go to bed, and just jot down notes on the day's events and how they made you feel, right? Less about the events and more how you felt. Were you stressed? Were you invigorated? Were you overwhelmed? There's no judgment, just journaling. Work to come up with ways to phase out the activities that drain you or that negatively affected you. The activities, the people, I don't know, just saying. And play up and spend time around the ones that made you feel fucking amazing. Sorry for any kids online. All right. And as you're jotting those things down, I want you to remember your breath. You can always, like Mel just took a deep breath. When anyone says the word breath, take a deep breath. 3 deep breaths every time you pee. 3 deep breaths every time there's a red light. 3 deep breaths, or 1 even, as you walk into a room or leave a room. So easy, right? So simple to take on. So easy to do, so easy not to do. Holla. Day 2, get rid of clutter. So I'm not talking about your clutter like your stuff everywhere like I have right now. When your day or your week is not planned, it leaves us feeling powerless in our own lives. It leaves us feeling like we're just reacting all day, right? So on day 2, mentally organize your day from morning to night. This is not a solid plan, right? Moms are all rolling their eyes again, right? It's just a guideline, right? You can use a day planner, a lined notebook, pencil your schedule in, and avoid the temptation to fill in every single time slot. Dana's face. If an interruption in the schedule arises as the day goes on, no problem. Add it to the calendar, but keep yourself focused and clear by knowing what you need to be doing, when you need to be doing it, and then actually do it. Keep the promise with yourself. All the coaches, cue eye roll. All right, you won't have to wonder what happened that day. So it's not actually about being organized with your time. It's about looking back on the day and knowing what you actually did so you can acknowledge yourself. It will lead to increased confidence and security that you're doing what you need to be doing when you need to be doing it, and then you actually are acknowledging yourself. Day 3. This is a good one. Cue the sass. Let go of obsessions. So you likely hear the sentence or you say it often yourself in daily conversation. I just have so much going on. Maybe you even say it yourself. Busy people can often list their never-ending montage of tasks verbatim, and they end it with a flurry of, whoo, just so busy. It's like we own it like it's a pride like thing or badge of honor, right? I'm going to say we're obsessed. We're obsessed with handling every one of life's details, and we love the feeling of control. But at the same time, it stresses us the F out unconsciously. By owning, I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so busy, right? We actually are choosing to create stress in our own life. So if we find ourselves overwhelmed with our to-do list or owning it like it's a cool symbol of like, I'm doing so much that I'm actually worthy, right? Look for ways to cross things off your to-do list, to do less. Kate Northrup has an amazing book out right now. To look ways to delegate your energy and to prioritize the tasks that are most important. Check in on day 2, right? We were making lists in our planner. Let's do 3 things a day. Let go of the obsession of being busy. Such a mental F. All right, day 4. Count and recount your blessings, AKA gratitude journal. Counting your blessings once a day just isn't enough to keep your mind feeling squeaky clean. So today, day 4, work to harness a constant stream of gratitude. Mel actually shared with me earlier, I'm just going to put her on blast, that she was like blasting music in the car on the way out to Brea. She's so cute. Blasting music in the car and jamming out, and she caught herself like having tears streaming down her face because she was so happy. She had a moment of joy, you guys. Were the tears coming on the outside of your eyes?
Yeah.
That's your life stream coming through you. Yeah, you had a moment. Don't cry, you got spray tanned. When the tears are on the outside, you guys, that's joy. You're overjoyed. When you have a baby out the outside of your eyes, you can't control it. It just happens. It just comes, right? So working to get yourself to that place, right? And you can get there by take a moment and like flip through your wedding album or flip through your phone, flip through your Instagram, the posts that all of our Instagrams are like a montage of our favorite moments, right? So scroll through there, right? Place sticky notes filled with positive mantras throughout your home or positive touch points. We've done anchors before on these calls. Find your anchors, right? Leave them there for the rest of the week. Just fill your space with joyous blessings and reminders and see how you feel. Okay, day 5. We're almost there. Hit fast forward on the replays. So one of the most destructive games that we play with ourselves is replaying painful events in our life on a loop, right? We can all get stuck in that. It's a loop. It's so easy, right? Negative is natural. Positive is on purpose. It's easy to get caught up in the negative.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Negative is natural. Positive is on purpose, okay? So someone could have said something or done something hurtful to us years ago or 5 minutes ago, and our mind will hit rewind and play it punch by punch over and over and over and over again. And when those thoughts arise, just hit fast forward and go find those sticky notes. Go flip to something that's happening on your phone. It's literally like being a watcher of your thoughts and being like, I choose to do something different. Right? Maybe you're choosing to have a conversation with someone about someone else and you catch yourself gossiping, or you're the one bringing up the negative situations, right? I was doing that today and I was like, I choose to have a different thought, because it was like, ew, why am I even talking about this? It was totally relevant and actually something that happened, but I got to take control of the perspective that I was giving it, right? Like I didn't have to be talking about it in the way that I was, and I got to shift it as a leader, right? And speak about it in a different way. And I was like, wow, I feel so good about that. Like I felt like I was able to shift my energy in the moment. So hitting fast forward on those moments and shifting your energy. Day 6, resist the reactive. So on day 6, it's time to look back at day 1 through 5, right? So this is going to be Sunday. Day 6 is going to be Sunday. Take a deep breath. Think about the first 5 days of your mental reset. Did you respond mindfully to the situations placed in front of you this week? Were you reactive or were you responsive? There's a difference. When did your mind and your mouth get out of control? Right? I was just talking about that. And take a few minutes to write those down. Again, no judgment. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. No judgment. It's all about growth. And we're looking for progress, not perfection. No one cares about your perfection. It's impossible, right? All we care about is your progress. And then asking yourself, saying, I forgive myself for that, right? And then I am committed to, and then how you're going to respond differently the next time. So I forgive myself for choosing that. I am committed going forward to show up this way. I'm going to respond this way next week. Again, it's not about fixing anything. There's nothing wrong. You're human AF. We all are, right? And please don't think that I'm an expert on any of this. Why do you think I'm teaching it? We teach what we most need to learn, right? We're in this with you guys. Number 7, day 7, scrub your brain. So one final exercise is going to be on Monday before our call. Go back through your entire week. Write down the positive influences, the great conversations, the celebrated wins. And something that I'm already thinking about is take notes throughout the week of these things, because sometimes I can't remember what the hell happened all week, right? My weeks feel like 7 years. Okay, so go back through your entire week, write all those things down. Remember the fun moments with friends. Recall the well done work assignment or homework, right? Scrub your brain with the good and the positive. Help your mind become more aware of the wonderful things about your life and overwrite the things that don't deserve your attention. So once you finish the 7-day mental detox, you can let a few of these favorite exercises become a habit. Make them a part of your daily routine, and eventually you won't even realize you're doing them. So we have, 2 more weeks? We have 14 more days in our 21-day detox, right? So that means we can do this twice. So let's do this mental detox twice before our celebration call on the 24th, and then we can really celebrate. So before I'm done, I want to shout out all the sisters that I see on the screen wearing their Sweat and Soul tanks. Oh my gosh. That was smart. I had to wear a black tank. Mine says confidence. I feel like it's still a Sweat and Soul tank. But I couldn't wear my white one because we just got spray tan and holla. But those tanks are amazing. They're going to be available on our website coming soon. We're just figuring out how to let you select your size on there. We cannot figure it out. So we'll get back to you on that. But we do have a few left of the season 1 tank tops, those beautiful, whatever, mauve color ones. They're so beautiful. And we have some Shine Your Light tanks, the beautiful white tanks that are shining with the gold writing. They're so beautiful.
Can you put your boobs in the screen if you're wearing the Shine Your Light?
Let me see your boobies. Shine your light. So we'll have those up on the website soon, you guys. And we just really want to close out. I think Mel, do you have anything to say?
I always have things to say.
Before I go, I'll let her close. Really important. So we had a ton of queens, have a ton of queens. There's 52 queens still on. Thank you for joining us, you guys. Wow, banging on my glass table. So this tribe was born from our desire to create a tribe where women are empowering women, where it's no longer just a hashtag that you see or use on Instagram, and it's actually in your life, in your living room, on your phone, in your pocket all day, in your soul and in your energy all day, right? We go everywhere with you guys. We go everywhere together. That's why we're here. So thank you for spending your Monday nights with us. These calls are open to all the women in our life, right? So what happens when we have something amazing and we don't share it? That's not cool. That's not fun. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No time.
Right? I see a great movie. I buy a great pair of shoes. There's a sale going on in my favorite store. I tell everyone. Ground turkey's on sale at Target. Eggs are on sale. You better believe I'm messaging my girls. Right? You guys have all gotten those messages. So let's get the word out, because this was not open to everyone before and we opened it. So we're super excited about it. With that said, there's a ton of people on the call every week. Message the person that invited you to this call. Tell them thank you. You are a boss snatch. I almost said a bad word, another bad word. You're a boss queen. I don't know. I'm fired up. You're a boss queen. Thank you for inviting me to the call. Tell them what you're most excited about, right? Like, what excited you about the call tonight? What are your takeaways? 2 reasons. 1, because it's so awesome when our girls jump on the call and they share with us. But number 2, you learn it when you share it. You're actually going to retain it. And this goes for coaches too. Message yo coach about what you took away from this call, because you actually retain it more when you share it. And with that said, aloha, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm so excited.
Okay, so last couple things real quick, guys, before we hop off. Again, like Heather said, thank you for jumping on. First things first, catch us on the Grammy.
Hey.
At Sweat and Soul Tribe. Take a screenshot of this, post something, tag us in it. We, as in Heather and I, love to repost stuff on the story on there. So post whatever you got, toot for yourself. Show us that cute selfie in your crop top because you're feeling banging from all my little tips I gave you. Number 2, if you are local to Brea, actually, if you're just in California, you need to get your butt in the car on June 23rd. It's a Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. We're going to have this, but live. And actually, you know what, Adriana, wherever you are on here, she drove from Arizona last month to come to our Queens Connect event. It's a live, basically 2 hours of this. It's absolutely amazing. It's all women, movement, meditation, connection. I know Heather's got some amazing stuff up her sleeve.
Oh my God, you guys, we're doing booty yoga. I have not even announced that to anyone. I'm so freaking excited.
Not booty like my booty, but like
no, it
B-U-T-I.
is. But
no,
like,
it's spelled
but
B-U-T-I.
Yeah, but it's booty.
Oh.
It's
booty
like
and
booty
booty, so
movements.
like all the things.
It's so
it's gonna be really fun, but it's from 4 to 6 on the 23rd in Brea. It's open to all females, of course. So come, bring your mom, bring your sister. Do not bring your dog. No pets. The last and final announcement before we hop off: we are starting a massive 3-day Healthy AF challenge starting next Monday, the 17th. So if you are not in our 21-day detox, if you are not in our 90-day season 2 Sweat and Soul, then you, my sister friend, are invited to be a part of our 3-day Healthy AF challenge. We have our 3-day trials that are available from your coach, $12.95. Literally, girl, buy. It is like less than one sock from Nike. Like, let's do this. I made the cutest freaking guide, recipes, workouts, all the things. We're starting a girl gang that's going to get going on the 17th, and it's going to be badass. So we love you guys so much. Have an incredible week. We'll see some of you guys in Hawaii.
Aloha. Bye. Love you guys.